Accessibility, the more I studied about it, the more I learned about it, is really communication. I found this quote: "Communication, the human connection, is the key to personal and career success." And this was by Paul J. Meyer. Now, accessibility and communication, in this aspect, I broke down into two different ways. The first way is in marketing in the community, and the second way is in communication with your patients. So the trick is to build relationships. That's what you have to do. You have to build relationships with the community and also with your patients. In the community, we're going to look at the 4 different ways: is sports medicine clinics, and also medical doctors. Now, medical doctors are an important key because a lot of them, when it comes to back pain, they don't know anything other than muscle relaxers and painkillers and rest. And that's great for a short time, but it doesn't, as you know, work for a long time. So chiropractic care is very important, and it can work very well with both of these places. Physical therapist is another way, another place that you need to build a relationship with. Go up, talk to them, give them your cards to hand out. And also insurance agents. This one actually surprised me when it was suggested to me, but they do know a lot of people that they've dealt with people in accidents and that are in pain, and having your cards to be able to help those people can be very useful. All right, the next way that people communicate right now is online. You can do appointments online, and you can also hire a social media specialist. Now, there was 2 different ways that really can be useful in order to do these things. First of all, with appointments, the warning that I had with that is that your office staff will need to be very on top of it, because people can put in for an appointment at all times, and so they need to be checking at least every hour. Also, when you get a social media specialist, you need to make sure that they know the chiropractic business and also your markets, or it can be very expensive. This was a warning that was given me to a chiropractor that did it the wrong way, and it cost him a lot of money because he didn't have someone that knew his market or his business. The other way we can do this is by supporting our community through, whether it be sports teams, whether it be a play, whatever, get your name out there. Through the Chamber of Commerce, that's another way that you can build relationships that can also help you with the medical doctors and the insurance agents, is by going to the Chamber of Commerce. They're a very good resource. This is actually something that I came up with on my own because when I had talked to your wife, and she said that you did physicals, sports physicals, and then I called the office. Your office staff didn't know that you did sports physicals, and so it was made a little bit harder to get the appointment. So I would suggest to make a list of things that you can help, whether it be sports physicals, whether it be neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, whatever else they do. I know chiropractors do more than just back adjustments, and I think it would be really helpful to have a list that you can share with your staff, with your patients, and also with the other businesses that we've already talked about. The next thing we want to talk about is accessibility or communication with your patients. I have noticed that you do not do reminder calls. And also, one of the things that I was talking to one of the other chiropractors is that they got a service that will actually send out texts to people. And the texts actually raised his people actually coming on time to their appointments and to their appointments by 30 to 40%. And he was very excited about it, and it was it was a significant boost in his scheduling problems. Or not scheduling problems, but it helped with his scheduling because he knew that they were going to be there, and it was a simple yes or no that the people would respond back. And even if they didn't respond back, they did show up to their appointments more often. And you can also use it to remind people to get checkups, to come in and just make sure their back is doing well or whatever it is that you were working with them with. So this was highly recommended with text service. The next thing that we need to do is build patient relationships. Your office is very kind, it's very quiet, it's very soothing, but as a patient myself, I didn't feel that connection to you that I probably should have had. So ask questions of your employees, get to know them. I mean, not employees, but patients. Get to know them a little bit better. Try to find out one new thing each time that they come. Word of mouth referrals are one of the biggest, they're one of the best referrals because they are like gold for a business, as you know. And if you have a relationship with your patients, they're more likely to refer you to their friends and family because of it. Now, in your office, you have this sign. Would you mind reading the sign just to right there, if you wouldn't mind?
We have never turned anyone away because of their financial situation, but we have turned people away for not making their health a priority. In order to achieve maximum health potential, you must make the commitment.
Okay, now when I read this put pressure on me to do it right. And so I'm going to share with you today some things that could help me do my job better. I wasn't sure about after treatment care. I didn't know pain management, water. I didn't know if I should be resting or exercising. I didn't know whether I should be using hot and cold packs in order to help my back. I wasn't sure. I think it would be great if you would just print out a simple form that you could check or not check to help your patients understand what they need to be doing so that they can follow through with their aftercare like you would want them to, as the sign said. The next thing I thought about is a health plan, an approximate amount of appointments that they need to have. I realize that people, their backs are going to, and different parts of their bodies are going to heal differently. So this can be very changing, and you can say that it's changing, but it would be nice to know you need to do this many exercises, you need to do no exercises, you need to call me and plan on coming back every week for a little while or twice a week. It would be really helpful to have that health plan that you can work with them and communicate with them. And again, let's go back to the original quote. Communication, the human connection, is the key to personal and career success. If we all work together as patients and as doctors, I think that this can help success for me personally in my pain and my back, and for you in your career. And I wanted to just show you my resources, my great doctors that helped me, and thank you for your time.